Hi, I'm Kevin Flanagan, Head of Fixed Income Strategy at Wisdom Tree.
And I'm Jeff Weniger, Head of Equity Strategy. And this is Minds on the Markets, where we go behind the scenes and beyond the trends to explore the forces impacting our markets. Hello and welcome back to Minds on the Markets. We've got me and Mr. Flanagan over there. Make sure that you're liking and subscribing. Of course, we need to build the follower count. And if you like what you're seeing here on these, I don't know, what do you think, Kevin? 4 to 6 minute clips that we do every couple of weeks. And this go around, we had Kevin pen the piece and we called it Same Time This Year. What do you mean by that, Kevin?
Well, it's interesting. We have an eerie circumstance where last year's jobs reports during the summer are kind of lining up with what we've seen so far this year. What do I mean by that? Well, in summer of last year, we got a relatively soft employment report with downward revisions to prior month's data. Sound familiar? And what did that do? It created an environment where the Fed actually began this whole rate cutting cycle and dropped the funds rate 50 basis points at the September Fed meeting.
Mm-hmm. And, I would say in my guesstimate from, what do we do all day? We sit here and we read about markets and talk markets with people. I would say that non-farm payrolls print of 73,000 with those revisions was probably the lead conversation piece, I'd say, in the last, 2 or 3 weeks. It's the number one data point in the market's focus.
It's right. It's the understatement of the year, right? Just to say, what is the impact potentially going to be? It completely changed the narrative. So everything Powell and company were basing their decision making on kind of got turned on its head. What's interesting though about it, Jeff, is that the 2-month downward revision was about 258,000. So the largest non-COVID related downward revision since 1979. The average is about, let's call it 50, 55,000, somewhere in there. Last year, the downward revisions were, 85 to 90,000. So not as large, but still well above that average. And that created the environment where the Fed went 50. So all of a sudden you have people now talking about, well, maybe the Fed's going to go more than a quarter, maybe they'll go 50. But John Williams, one of the official spokespeople for the Fed, actually did an interview with the Wall Street Journal after this jobs report we're talking about. He says, I got an open mind going into September, but the way that he looks at the labor market is that it's a no hire, no fire kind of landscape. And I thought that was quite interesting to put it that way.
No hire or no fire. Well, if you're thinking about that September meeting and also Jackson Hole, which is right around the corner, we had that PPI print that came in really hot at plus 0.9%. And then we also had import prices, which were hot on the month over month, but still negative year over year. So some mixed signals on the inflation front. Did you just tell me that you're thinking 50 basis points from the Fed? Did I hear you say that?
No, not me.
No, I was okay. I didn't.
Not me. It was
okay. I didn't think so because that's what happened last September. Where are you in Fed criminology in the upcoming few meetings?
Well, I do think you have a quarter point cut in play. We do get another jobs report. We do get another inflation report. It's interesting. I cut my teeth on the fixed income trading floor, and we used to always say, what's the other side of the trade? You know what no one's talking about? What if the jobs report we get right after Labor Day comes in, say it shows a gain of about 100,000, and what if there's upward revisions to the prior 2 months? Then what? And what if the inflation number comes in hotter than expected? Then what? Then I used the term from Alan Greenspan. That's a conundrum.
That would be pretty wild. I'm hoping we don't get something like that because then you and I are going to be really busy because that would upend a lot of the consensus. All right, Kevin Flanagan, I'm Jeff Weniger. This is Minds on the Markets. We hope that you are liking and subscribing and telling your friends. We're the Wisdom Tree guys from the ETF house. So enjoy the videos. We're putting them up every couple of weeks here, Kevin. Take care.
Take care, everybody.